Choose to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today we're going to talk about the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson. So the Denver Broncos made a big trade, traded for Russell Wilson, gave up, I believe, 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders, a 5th-rounder, 3 players, and for Russell Wilson in the 4th-rounder. So listen, I like the trade from the Broncos. In this league today, you need a quarterback to win the Super Bowl. I mean, point blank. You need a quarterback. Back then, you could win with a great defense, but nowadays you need a quarterback to get you over the hump because of the rules. Nowadays, defenses can be defenses, and this is a high-power offensive league in today's world in the NFL. So you need a quarterback to get you home. And the Denver Broncos, with a backup quarterback of Teddy Bridgewater, they were close to making the playoffs. They were in the hunt of making that wild card spot, especially with the 7th wild card spot being implemented into the playoff picture. So with that team, I think they could definitely be in Super Bowl talks, but of course we know they are in a tough division. Russell Wilson is no stranger to tough divisions. I mean, he just came from the toughest division in football. And today, the AFC West is the best offensive division in the NFL. The best offensive. They have 4 good quarterbacks: Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, and Chargers. I can't. My mind is going blank. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right. So the thing is, right? The Denver Broncos, they did the same thing. They had Tebow. Tebow led them to the playoffs, backup quarterback, really. And then that's what happened. Peyton Manning was available. They went and signed Peyton Manning. They didn't really, I don't think they traded when they signed him. The coach released him, matter of fact. All right. So they didn't really have to give up nothing to get Peyton Manning. So Peyton Manning signed with them, and he went to Super Bowl with them. All right. Since Peyton Manning left, the Broncos had 11 different starting quarterbacks, which is tied with the most. And guess who they tied with? Washington, who's also was in a run to get Russell Wilson. We offered 3 first-rounders. But as you know, Russell Wilson has a no-trade clause. He can pick where he want to go, and obviously he did not want to come to Washington. So I like this Broncos team, right? You look at them last year. Last year they were 19th in passing, I believe. 19th in passing and 23rd in total yards, I believe. Or no, 23rd in points per game. All right. So offensively, they were in elite on the passing game. Now, when you implement Russell Wilson, now we're not asking Russell Wilson to do what Peyton Manning did, which was break the touchdown record. Have statistically the greatest offense in NFL history, right? The year he first went to Super Bowl. We're not asking him to beat Peyton Manning. But if he can limit the mistakes, Teddy Bridgewater, Teddy Bridgewater is not a big mistake maker, but Teddy Bridgewater is not the guy to get you over the hump. Russ will. Russ can make a play or 2 in the 4th quarter to get you where you need to go to win that game. All right, Teddy Bridgewater, he has his moments, but he's not a consistent starting quarterback. So having Russ is good. All right, and then I also look at their defense. I love their defense. Now, statistically, they were 8th in yards allowed, I believe, 3rd in points allowed. Now, that's statistically, but when I look at it, they are a top 2 defense. Top 2 defense. Because you got to take into consideration the division they played last year. They had to go against Derek Carr, who I believe led the league in passing yards. They had to go, or Tom Brady actually broke that. But Derek Carr was number 2, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. They also had to go against Patrick Mahomes. We all know about him. And Justin Herbert. They also go against Justin Herbert. 3 elite quarterbacks. 3 elite teams on the passing game. And the Broncos managed to only allow 8. They were 8th in yards allowed and 3rd in points per game. They had to play these teams twice apiece. Six of their games were against these great quarterbacks. So I think they're a top 2 defense. And then you look at the running back position. They got Melvin Gordon, right? They got Javonte Williams, right? Which I think is going to have a way better season than last year. And I like Melvin Gordon, so they got a good duo punch going on right there with the running game. And then you look at it, the only issue I have, and then you look at the receiver. They have Jerry Jeudy, Tim Patrick, and they have Sutton. All right, who they signed a contract, Cortland Sutton. Now their receiver core is pretty okay. I like Jerry Jeudy. I like Sutton too, and I kind of like Tim Patrick. But With Russ Wilson there, these receivers are going to be better. They're going to be better than what they were last year because Russ is a much better, accurate quarterback, and he has a good deep ball than Teddy Bridgewater. All right, Teddy Bridgewater can get out the pocket and run for some yards. So can Russell Wilson. So Russ going just by him being on the field, he adds a different dynamic to our offense, and it's going to help out that rushing game because I believe when Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback, the rushing attack had more got more attention from the defense than a passing attack. So now with Russ, that won't be the issue no more. All right. So the last time we gave Russell Wilson a great defense and a good running game, he was a Super Bowl contender. All right. The only thing I'm worried about is their offensive line. The issue with Seattle is their offense. Their offensive line was terrible these last years post Super Bowl. Right? They couldn't protect Russell Wilson. He always had to scramble out the pocket and make a play almost every play. It was rare that he could drop back in a clean pocket. So with this offensive line, they allowed 28 sacks last year, which is 27th in the NFL. That's not good. But the bright side ain't bright, but it's kind of like middle of the pack. This is including the sacks. They allow 165 total pressures to the quarterback. That's including the 28 sacks. All right, which is 15th in the NFL. So that just tells you that Teddy Bridgewater did a terrible job getting rid of the ball. All right. So Russell Wilson, he tends to have that tendency of not getting rid of the ball. He's like him and Deshaun Watson are two players that can scramble in the pocket, make magic happen, but at the same time, you tell them you throw the ball away. All right. So Russ does have that syndrome when he actually holds the ball too long, but hopefully he can fix that. So I like this trade for the Broncos. I'm not going to say where they are now. They think they have around like 25, 27 million left in their cap space, so they can still sign some players. They're hoping on the defensive side. All right, and then obviously in the draft, I'm not sure how they, the draft pick they gave up. I'm not sure how they look in the draft, but they did give a 2 second rounders and 2 first rounders. Not sure what year it was though, but all I'm saying is that they can dig into the free agency to get some players that can help them fill in this roster. All right, especially the defensive line. I think they should address that. Von Miller made some hints that he might come back to Denver. Right, you got Wagner. Wagner is I know he's a linebacker, but he holds on the interior when it comes to sacking the quarterback. He's a free agent. Maybe he follows Russell Wilson. You never know. You got I think Chandler Jones is now they did not franchise tag Chandler Jones, so he's gonna be a free agent. So they got some people they can go for to address that defensive line. And when they do that, that defense is gonna be super elite because that secondary is elite, y'all. That secondary. And my man PS3, he only gonna get better this year. Patrick Surtain the third. All right, so PS2, sorry. So I like this team. I like how they look. I'm excited. I want to see Russ. And they got him a new uniform. I was hoping he was coming to Washington. And I listen, people say don't give up 3 first rounders. I was saying the same thing, but listen, you gotta do what you gotta do to get your quarterback. All right. So now I don't know what Washington's gonna do. You got people like Tennessee, are they gonna stick with Tannehill? You got people like Pittsburgh, what they gonna do? But we know the Denver Broncos, they set up for Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers wasn't working. They got Russ, which I think is a great deal. Which, Aaron Rodgers, he's a better quarterback than Russ, but long-term, Russ might be the better fit. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today, and I'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all the next episode.